So he gave me the money to go and buy a 6-string guitar and started learning chords and everything. And there used to be this book called Burt Wheaton's Playing a Day book. And every guitarist in England would learn guitar from this book. Clapton learned from it. Tony Iommi learned from it. Everybody. So I learned all these guitar chords. And eventually started playing all these Beatles and Kinks and Stones and some soul stuff. Got my first band going.
And was that with kids from your school, or?
Yeah, it was my best friend from school, and he knew this guy that could play bass, and we got a drummer.
And you were playing guitar, or?
Playing rhythm guitar, yeah, and singing.
Oh wow!
I was John Lennon.
Were you writing then too? Did you? No. When did that start?
Much later. Tried a couple of things, but crap.
So then, how quickly did you meet the other guys, and how many years were you kicking around before you found?
Well, I had to go and go.
What they called the Polka Talk Blues Band first.
Not before
right?
that.
Yeah, right.
That was when Ozzy joined.
Oh right.
No, we were called Rooms, RUUMS, some science fiction name.
Okay. And that was you and who else?
Me and the kid from school, my best friend from
Right.
school, and these 2 other guys. And it's just all cover stuff that we did. And then eventually I had to get a job. So I got a job trying to learn accountancy for 3 years, and I could never get up early. So what happened, I used to turn up at the factory, and instead of clocking in, like having a clock, people used to sign the name and put what time they came in.
Right.
So I used to bring an eraser with me and rub everything's out so it looked like I was early. And then eventually the office manager found out what I was doing because people were complaining. So they gave me, he says, you got to start coming in early at 9 o'clock. So I was like, okay. And I got more and more hated going to work every day. And this one day I came in at 4 in the afternoon, smashed down my brains on booze and amphetamines. And the next day I got this note saying, go to the managing director. So I went to the managing director and you're fired. And of course I couldn't tell my dad, because he'd have killed me if he'd have known that I was fired.
Right. At least you didn't have a Nazi tattoo.
He was the good one. And I went down to by this time my hair was like down here.
Right.
Then I went down to the dole. I had to sign on to the dole office to get, unemployment money. And they says, well, you got to keep going to job interviews. And they says, you've got to cut your hair though first. No. So I was going to all these job interviews, and it's for like a good office job, because I had all the qualifications from school. And I'm going to these interviews, and they take one look at me, get out, because of my hair. So eventually, combed my hair back, put Brill cream and all that kind of stuff on it, and finally got this job that didn't last very long. And I just couldn't get a job, and meanwhile, I had this band called The Rare Breed, which was the same guitarist from school, a singer called John Butler, and bass player called Mickey Hill. And we used to do like gigs at the weekend. Got thrown off everywhere we played because it was really terrible. And eventually the singer got this job singing on a cruiser It was going from London to Australia, so that was him out the window. So he said, we've got to look for a singer. So I went up to the music shop up in Birmingham and I saw this note, Aussie Zig needs a gig, has own PA. And I went, oh, he's got a PA. If you had your own PA, that was it, doesn't matter what it sounded like. So I looked at the address and it was literally 2 streets away.
Amazing.
So I went round to his house, and of course he wasn't in, and gave him my address. And she said, oh, he'll be around later tonight, because it's only around the corner. So that night I was having tea, all the family were around the table having tea, and there was a knock on the door. My brother got up to answer it, and he came in, there's something at the door for you. And I said, what do you mean there's something? He says, go and look. So I go and look. There's Ozzy, with skinhead, didn't have any hair, his dad's work gown on, no shoes, a tuning brush over his shoulder, and a sneaker on a dog leash. It's Ozzy. Yeah, what do you want? I'm Ozzy. Come for you looking for a singer on that? Yeah, you're a skinhead. And like, you know, we're all had long hair. I'll grow my hair, whatever. So I said, all right, we're rehearsing on Friday. So we came to rehearsal and, you know, bring his own PA, that was it. And we did 2 gigs together. And the second gig, this guy comes up and says, you crap, get off the stage. So we like, get off. And I said, well, we've got no money, give us some money, otherwise we're not going to leave the place. So here's £5. And Ozzy gets the £5 and goes, you can stick this up your arse. And I went, no, I'll have it. I've got to pay the gas bill for the car. So Ozzy goes out, and the promoter that threw us out, he's got this lovely Jaguar outside. So Ozzy gets up on the bonnet, there's a great big turd on it.